Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Drew here. Welcome back for another Warhammer reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to another Bricky video. Every single Warhammer Space Marine Legion in a nutshell. So I think this will be relating to tabletop again. A lot of you guys told me that he is not talking about the video game series Warhammer. He's talking about the tabletop game. Yeah, now that I got that, the whole time I thought he was talking about like factions, and I thought he was just like, oh, these look really cool on tabletop too, like these figures. I thought he was just bringing that up on the side. But I'm an idiot. I didn't get that. But thank you. I want to say to all the Warhammer fans as well, thank you guys. You guys are like the nicest community I've come across so far, which I don't mean this in a rude way. I did not expect. Like I did videos on like World of Warcraft, Genshin. I've tried out a bunch of different game series, and really what my channel is me experiencing new things for the first time. And I came to Warhammer, and I don't think I got a single hate comment or a single comment calling me stupid. You guys are by far the kindest fan base. So hey, y'all are the kind of people I want around. So please, if you enjoy these reactions, please subscribe. I would love to have you guys around. But yeah, that's really all I want to say. I just want to appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying in this intro? So yeah, and also shout out Bricky. Check out him. He does all the work. I sit here and watch. Let's get into it.
To the people on the internet.
Yes, Bricky.
The time has come. The reckoning begins. Your boy got himself
oh snap.
Shaker Cup.
W. Yeah, when do I get one? When do I get one, bro?
After many months of shilling gamer subs like mad, my
gamer subs, hit me up, yo.
We have ourselves a goddamn Shaker Cup. It's
hell yeah.
Here, the official Bricky
yeah.
Shaker Cup. Do you see the gal on here? If it's not great focusing, I'm sure there'll be a thing in the background. Skater, put a thing in the background. Long white hair, absolutely. A bit more toned, abs, obviously. Bikini, hit it. Legally distinct mark on the face, of course. She wants you to do the diddle thing, maybe, but most likely to serve in a glorious army. Legally distinct, I think so. The
okay.
Bricky Shaker Cup is available now. And
I think I'm a little late.
While it is hot.
Yeah,
Thinking,
I'm a little
Bricky,
late.
What should I put in this? Well, how about my top 10 favorite gamer subs flavors? From
my boy hit us with a top 10.
Number 1 to number 10. All of them incredible, but listed regardless.
You know, okay, you know gamer subs is good if strawberry lemonade is number 10.
This Shaker Cup is available now.
What the heck?
In the description of this video.
I've never had gamer subs
as well at checkout to get a discount on your order.
I just lied. I got the free samples.
Goes to yours truly, and a huge thank you to gamer subs for sponsoring and for getting me this beautiful cup.
Get your bag, King. Get your bag.
I'm gonna take one more sip for the camera, slow it down, throw some sexy music in there, and I'll see you guys soon.
Whoa, I almost want to drink some.
Hello everybody,
right,
my name
we're
is
in
Bricky,
this.
currently stuck in the walls of the most prodigious school in the Imperium by punishment for falling asleep during class.
Oh,
God bless the Skull of Progenium. Many of you have come across my Every Faction Explained video.
True.
Firstly, thank you. Secondly, we are here to dig a little
That is
deeper.
how I found you.
Space Marines are the quintessential poster boys of Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah.
When people think 40K, they think Space Marines. But there are many types of Space Marines, formed from 20 separate legions. We are going to rattle them off in order and give you a quick rundown of each one.
Is this another part series?
Like in my Every Faction Explained video, this is a mix of accuracy and memes. If I say the Salamanders Legion specializes in
an ad already.
Petting puppies.
I'm just kidding. Get your bag, bro.
Exactly doing that, mostly.
I get it. I'm here with your comedy, bro. I like your comedy.
But you can infer that they care about civilians and are a bit kinder than the average Space Marine. A Space Marine being a genetically modified super soldier that's had 1,000,000 new and terrifying organs shoved.
The thing is I don't even get why, like, he's probably saying this because some people got mad in the comments, I'm guessing. That's why he would even have to bring this up. He literally states in the beginning of the video, everyone is evil. So obviously, I feel like that's clearly a joke.
Refrigerators strapped to their bodies and are so far above the average human that they are referred to as demigods instead.
Damn.
Each Space Marine has a father, unlike you, a Primarch, which is basically an even bigger Space Marine that was forged in a lab by the God Emperor of mankind.
Yeah.
That gigantic golden dude you see everywhere, who
Yes,
is
sir.
both the leader and now the martyr of humanity. The Primarchs are his 20 sons, built in a lab.
Oh.
20 legions of Space
Yeah,
Marines.
I remember
Their
that.
sons. Not from a lab, but rather a dissection table, giving them the powers and skills of their associated Primarch via a gene seed, a special organ carrying the genetic makeup of their Primarch, and, you know,
which makes it
their
powerful.
seed. So if Jagatai Khan of the White Scars has the genetic makeup that wants him to go really, really fast, then his sons, the Space Marines, also want to go really, really fast. I should note that I'm only referring to the legions this time around. If you're interested in sub-factions like, let's say, the Black Templars, then it's not going to be here. However, I do have a excellent Black Templar video. I'd argue it's probably the most accurate one I can think of. It goes through the whole lore, everything about them. It's a very long video, and I'll put it in the description. Just look up Black Templar video in the description. You'll get what you need. And now, with the ezy explanation out of the way,
maybe we'll check that out
with our first legion.
Maybe we will check that out. The Dark Angels. So
Dark Angels.
Okay.
Allegiance, loyal.
Hey. Nope.
Primarch Lion L. Johnson, a duelist, a knight, a real asshole, I'm not gonna lie. A single word descriptor, paranoid. The Dark Angels are our first legion, hailing from the
I'm not gonna lie, paranoid people
Caliban.
Be the worst in story games.
Is what happens when you try to make the side profile Chad meme into a genuine character. He
really?
Is a master tier duelist, a brilliant strategist,
I actually
and
see
an
that.
overall dick. There are few situations he isn't prepared for, and few fights he isn't ready to lead head on. This makes the Dark Angels have a very Knights of the Round Table vibe. They look like the Knights of old with these large suits of power armor, often donning robes and hoods. Their names also follow this. They have like
they look pretty cool.
Azrael, Belial, Samuel, and so on. However, the common thing associated with Dark Angels are the Fallen, a part of their faction that turned traitor against the Imperium, and they are very heavily trying to expunge all knowledge of them from existence.
Gotcha.
Fallen? What Fallen? Never heard of any Fallen. Do you know about the Fallen? We're gonna take you away and mind probe you to make sure you have never heard of the Fallen. They definitely don't exist, and if they do exist, which they don't, we will find them even though they don't exist. They love their interrogations. They thrive in it. Lionel Johnson is a scorched earth policy sometimes, and it's given to his sons in force, which makes sense considering that when the Lion heard of a Chaos Primarch on a homeworld different Primarch, whose mom was there, he was like, let's nuke it. The Dark Angels are a special group where they formulate themselves into 3 different factions. The Deathwing Terminators, slow-moving,
they just about it.
Raven Wing, fast jet bikes and flyers, and the Green Wing, which is your standard Marines. They are
also shout out
trades, but not in the sense where they're good at everything, but rather they have a lot of things that are good at specific things. Like instead of 20 people that have a multi-tool, they instead have 20 people with gigantic power tools for every job imaginable. If you like being suspicious about everyone and everything in your surroundings,
so like each person has their tool, I guess.
You also like to have a whole lot of deep knight type lore. Run the Dark Angels.
The One Piece.
Second Legion.
The One Piece is
Second Legion.
One Piece reference. I gotta respect it. Oh, this is about to be chaotic.
If you can see,
Emperor's Children, Third Legion.
11.
The Emperor's Children.
We just skipped past that other one, huh?
Traitor. Primarch, Fulgrim, a perfectionist, an artist, a sneaky snaky snake, and the single word descriptor, perfection. The Emperor's Children are all about the pursuit of perfection.
I like that purple suit.
In all they do. Perfection in war, in artistry, and perfection in every other aspect of life. Their armor is a gleaming pink, purple, and gold.
I like that outfit a lot.
Of gorgeous marble and gold statues in their honor.
Such a good color scheme.
Is a man who believes the pursuit of perfection is the goal of all things, and I mean, look at him. Can you truly tell me that he is not perfect? The hair, the features. As Primarchs go, he is the one you look at, and if 40K had a guy,
he majestic.
He majestic. Best sex you've ever had, and never call you back. This is the fucking guy. Which is why this pursuit of decadence led them to the evils of chaos. Yes, Emperor's Children are our first Chaos Legion, and not just a normal one. One devoted to, you guessed it, Slanesh, the Prince of Pleasure, God of unspeakable excess.
Oh, wow.
Emperor's Children, in their pursuit, are now horrifyingly mutated beings through Slanesh's great will. They torture and maim to feel perfection through pain. They screech and attack with sonic weaponry for perfection through sound. And they slaughter, aiming for perfection in war. Fulgrim himself lost the battle against Slanesh as a demon sword corrupted his mind and transformed him into the sexy man he was.
Hey, anybody who bought that piece, let me know how much it costs. Honestly, I've been really like debating since I started watching these videos like 5 days ago. I'm gonna kind of watch a lot of his videos on the channel because I'm actually getting kind of invested in it, and I was like really like on Amazon like just debating buying some, but I was like, maybe I should learn more about the series. You know, maybe I should just learn more about the series before I really dive into buying stuff for it. So I was like, I'm gonna watch more of his videos, write more down the schedule. But hey, it's been tempting. It's been tempting, especially that one right there. That one looked really cool.
Is now a demon Primarch, corrupted and bringing his legion's will by himself.
Yeah, it's just really cool.
As Emperor's Children go, they are some bad people. They do horrible things to anyone and everything. In fact, they're such trolls that their battle cry is "for the Emperor," despite being horribly mutated and corrupted. If you've ever taken a little too much of a drug, or maybe the music at a concert was too loud and you didn't bring any earplugs, or whatever the reason, you just take all those things and you dial it, and you dial it, and you twist it, and the knob breaks. And that is the Emperor's Children.
Gotcha. Iron Warriors.
God we mean dead, and we have killed him.
The Iron Warriors. Allegiance, traitor. Primarch, Perturabo, a warlord, a siege smith, an incel. Single word descriptor: siege. Continuing the trend of our Chaos Legions, we have the Iron Warriors led by Primarch Perturabo of Olympia. To understand the Iron Warriors, though, one must first understand Perturabo. A man so bitter coffee beans run for light. A man who hates the world and everyone in it, who never got recognition for his deeds, who hates his brothers and hates their accomplishments even more.
Did they take the glory?
Incredibly petty, so incredibly bitter that he goes full circle to becoming likable. Why?
Really?
Because he's competent. The Horus heresy. We didn't talk about the Horus heresy. Intermission.
Okay, I was like,
so
what the heck is that?
Emperor's favorite son, right? You know, so the Emperor walked into his room. Horus said, Dad, I just gifted 150 subs to Amaranth, and she said my name a ton, and she loved me for it. I really think that I might get to meet her one day. And it kind of played out something like this.
Your feelings for her are not real. They are real to me!
Oh no.
It started playing out a little bit more like this.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. So it takes the last drop.
It's the actual scene from the game?
Yeah. So Iron Warriors, the Horus heresy wouldn't have gotten shit done.
How does his accomplishments get stolen though?
Imagine an entire
or how did he not get credit for them?
Personification of brutal industrialism, where you serve the Legion until your dying breath. You build and you kill and you siege and you kill and you literally summon demons just to take them and trap them in machines and use them as cannon fodder. This is a thing they do. They summon demons to trap and use as shock troops. The Iron Warriors are siege
crazy
incarnate. They are heavy weapons. They are tanks. They are turrets, and they don't die. They hate Imperials. They hate Imperial fists.
Do you need a pacifier, Iron Baby? No, I don't.
They are bitter incarnate. Perturabo and the Iron Warriors don't serve the Chaos Gods because they like them. They serve them because fuck you.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Another speeding ticket. I'll fight it in court, but I don't think they're gonna accept "gotta go fast" as a medical condition.
The gotta go fast. Stars. Allegiance, loyalists.
He's moving through these quick.
Khan, a speed demon, a plane strider, a roast god.
Yeah, we seen him earlier in the vid.
Descriptor: speed. Hailing from
Speed.
Chagorus. The White Scars are all about speed. They love melee, but they love it even more when they are doing it from a motorcycle or land
Hey,
speed.
Akira
Or
slide right there.
honestly, just running really damn fast. The White Scars are
Not
honestly
slide, just an
forgotten
Akira
about
reference.
a lot, and that's lore accurate. They are a
Damn.
legion that doesn't seek the recognition or glory from the combat they engage in. They engage in it because it is their duty and because they love it. Not in the
Damn.
insane slaughter enjoyment of loving it, but in the thrill
Like the
of
pride?
the fight. They
Oh, the
are
thrill.
known as the Laughing Killers because they ride into battle with a smile on their face
That
and
is-
a chuckle in their throat.
I like
And as
that,
you can tell by
honestly.
the Primarch's name, they
I like
are
that.
Mongolian based. Remove
Gotcha.
horses and replace them with motorcycles and land spears, and that's your style. They are
Okay.
heavily based on the old times of Genghis Khan, and consider this is 40k and everybody's evil. You know, that fits. The White Scars are actually physical scars on their body, going back to their heritage on Chagorus. The Khan himself is kind of a dickhead, but a reasonable one. He thinks ahead, he's intelligent, he's patient. He is often underestimated because he doesn't scream his accomplishments from the rooftops, which is what makes him and the White Scars dangerous. His skills are kept at bay, only to be truly shown when the time is needed. The White Scars are a forgotten legion often, but that doesn't diminish their accomplishments. All it does
Gotcha.
is surprise those who underestimate them. Speed, awesome Mongolian vibe they got going on, and if you really like to stab people, that's the White Scars for you.
Hell yeah.
Shameless thirst break.
This is dog. Woof, 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 woof.
What's out of my drink?
The
Space Wolves.
Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch,
Loyalist.
Leman Russ, a Viking, a savage.
He didn't make a
The
joke
Undertaker,
this time, so they're
single
actually
word
loyal.
descriptor, wolf, 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 wolf,
Wolf,
wolf,
wolf, wolf,
wolf. There's
wolf,
so many
wolf.
goddamn wolf units. Skater, how many units in the Space Wolves Codex have the word wolf in their name?
13? Honestly, not as
The
bad as I
Space
thought.
Wolves are the 6th
Yeah.
Legion and hail from Fenris,
Honestly, not as
a
bad.
frozen wasteland of a world with their Primarch, Leman Russ. I don't really need to spend
That
a
man
whole
looked
lot
like
of time
Thor.
talking about the Space Wolves because it's very obvious who they are. They are the second most obvious what their shtick is legion.
They're
in
like-
the 20
they're a wolf
legions,
pack.
besides the World Eaters. When you look at the Space Wolves behind, what do you see? Do you see Vikings in space? You've done it. Congratulations, you have found Vikings in space. But they have as much in common with a regular Marine as an old day Viking with like a Roman soldier. You see, as a
Really?
Space Marine, your body is so enhanced that you filter out poison, and so you can't get drunk. The Space Wolves distill a
Oh.
special mead out of a horrible poisonous plant that would kill a normal human, so they can get drunk. They have fangs in their mouths. They sometimes cannibalize their enemies. Yeah, they sometimes
boy's
they eat
fiending.
people because they gain knowledge about them from there and about battle plans. The Space
Really?
Wolves are savages. They're raiders. They're Vikings. But despite all of this, they are loyal to their core.
That is very interesting. They eat people's brains and they get the knowledge?
Russ is an egotistical guy who just shouts stories and tales of his accomplishments everywhere they can.
They're
But at the
prideful.
same time, he was so damn loyal that instead of gunning down his foes, he hit him with a fucking backbreaker to show his devotion
That's
to
fire.
wrestling. If you want Vikings in space, you found it. Play the Vikings in space.
We're gonna build the wall. We have no choice. We
Donald
have
Trump?
No choice. Build that wall.
Imperial
Build
Fist.
that wall. Build that
We heard about
wall.
them.
The Imperial Fists. Allegiance, loyalist. Primal,
Loyalist.
Rogel Dorn. A builder, a phalanx, and he needs a hand. Single word descriptor, fortify. The Imperial Fists are led by Primarch Rogel Dorn on their homeworld of Inuit. However, they themselves are actually a fleet-based chapter, with their main source of recruitment coming from an enormous moon-sized ship called the Phalanx. The Fists
Phalanx.
are a chapter you think of when you think of duty. They love to serve. The love to serve and the inability to be moved. Rogel Dorn is an architect, a master builder, and basically a rock in brain and
They really be
body. A lack
painting
of
them like
humor
they're
or
presidents, like
ability
the
to
old-ass
lie
presidents'
shows
pictures.
that he is as blunt as the weapons of war he creates. Not
Right.
the swords he makes, but like blunt, strong weapons. The fists
Gotcha.
are the same. Take your archetypical American Marine style look, a buzz cut, a hard sense of duty, and then throw in some power armor armor and a love for building defenses, and you have the Imperial.
A lot of the
fists.
Imperials
They
are just like basically
immovable.
armies,
when
right?
you find a spot, they're ready to defend. You can't breach them. Their knowledge of defensive warfare is paramount. Without them, the Horus heresy would have been
But
so much more effective.
to me, some are
But
just
thanks to
cooler
their
than the others, like,
insane and immovable
this one's pretty cool.
tenacity, the Imperium lives today.
The
And
Imperium.
let's not forget that Iron Warrior and Imperial Fist rivalry. Want to know why the Iron Warriors are so bitter? These guys are the reason why.
Hey, guys, bring the thing! Where is he going?
It's getting a tank. Nice.
Hey! Hey, that could have killed me!
But
Hey,
it didn't.
guys!
But it
We
didn't.
missed!
Oh!
Dorn and
He's trying to hit
Perturabo
him.
are basically two sides of the same coin. One is just a bit more level-headed and got better jobs. If you want to be
Damn.
defensive, to be good at everything Space Marines are good at, bolters, heavy weapons, vehicles, you want a classic military fighting force, start fisting.
I am having
Dude,
a very bad day. Today is one of the worst
The Night Lords.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The
here we
Night
go.
Lords
Night
might
Lords.
actually look. They actually look
Allegiance,
really cool.
heretic. Primarch Conrad Kurz, a sadist, a vigilante, depresso espresso.
Depresso?
Single word,
Nah,
fear.
man.
The Night
Damn.
Lords are
They
my
look so
favorite
cool.
Legion, hailing from
Okay.
Nostromo, and their
You can see.
Primarch,
You can see he's happy to
Conrad
talk about it.
Kurz. They are a traitor legion from a planet known as the Sunless World, or the World of Endless Night. Nostromo is a
Damn.
horrible hive city that is known for being host to some of the worst gang violence, murder, and working conditions around. The only thing keeping the
Jeez.
population in check is the suicide rate. The
Oh
Night
my
Lords
gosh.
followed in the footsteps of their Primarch, a man who believed in a twisted sense of
that
justice,
bad.
and that the only way to make humans compliant is through fear. The Legion's lesson has been lost.
That's a
on
dark
them,
road.
as their ranks were repopulated by gang members, murderers, arsonists, torturers, and other words I can't say on YouTube, as young as 12 years old.
Damn.
Murderers before they were even teenagers,
Dude, tell me that image ain't badass, bro.
raised to become
They look cool.
demigods. Now, fear is what they sow, and flesh is what they reap. The Night
Damn.
Lords are scum. They are the
Damn.
exact opposite of all other legions. They
Gotcha.
torture and they maim and they flay because they think it's fun. They run
But-
away
but they're
often so
cool.
they can come back and kill you with more numbers. They prey on the innocent and the weak.
It's
They
so
kill
evil, it's
normal
funny.
Civilians because it's easy, and flee any battle where they don't possess overwhelming odds. They are
Wow.
the antithesis of normal Space Marines. They are scum. One time, a world did not comply to their demands, so they raided one of their ships and brought
Okay.
it into atmosphere. The crowds cheered and clapped as it appears that they had won the battle. And the airlocks opened, and the skinned and flayed bodies of the crew were thrown down in the populace. In other words,
That is
a
messed
legion
up.
of gangers and criminals. Add together a heavy Slavic influence to them, and you've got my favorite faction.
You have not done the
That was a
dishes
cool
for 5
faction.
years. So embarrassed when people come over here.
What does it matter? You bring them over, you kill them.
You bring them over, you kill. Sorry guys, I had to pause my video. I've been just checking these out, bro. I don't know if I would buy this one, but there's like so many. By the way, this isn't where I live, so if you're trying to find me from that, you can't. But bro, I want these so bad. I want one. I don't know specifically which one I want, but hey, if y'all could, bro, Patreon's down below if y'all want to support, bro. I'm actually so down. Maybe I could get another friend into this, and I could actually do a video on us playing. I think that would be so fun. But hey, if y'all can't support the Patreon, I think I'm gonna get some Warhammer stuff on the Patreon soon. So if y'all want to support, help me get some of this stuff, that would be cool. If not, it's okay. Back to the video.
Vampires don't do dishes.
The Blood Angels.
Vampires.
Allegiance, loyal. Primarch, sanguineous. An
Sorry for the
angel,
plug,
a
by the way, man.
vampire,
He's just
a
getting me way too
dead-ass
excited, making me
motherfucker.
fiend for these
Single word
figurines.
descriptor,
And just wanted to play.
the Blood Angels are 9th Legion, hailing from the homeworld of Baal, with their
Baal.
Primarch Sanguinius.
I'm from
the
planet
Blood Angels
Baal.
are a tragic tale with one of
Ooh.
the best Primarchs, one beloved by almost everybody.
Really?
A genuine angelic figure who led his people to glory.
Dude looks
killed
like a
by
god.
the hands of
Oh!
the traitor Horus before the Emperor's eyes. The death of the
That-
Primarch led
the fit with the
entire
red eyes
legion
was
to
dope.
madness as their gene seed malfunctioned and created something known as the Black Rage. The Blood Angels degrade over time, experiencing something called the Red Thirst, which gives them a genuine vampiric thirst for blood. As their minds degrade and break down, they get angrier and angrier, becoming berserk killing machines with no other goal than to tear everything in sight apart.
That
But
is
they
mad
don't see it
interesting.
as that. They see themselves there at their Primarch's demise with Horus in sight. And to them, it's time for vengeance. That Space Marine over there, that Chaos Space
Wait, so he technically gave like generations of them just like
Marine, that's Horus.
PTSD, dude.
That Orc War Boss over there, Horus. Kill him. That Tyranid Swarm, 1,000 Horuses. Horai. Kill them all. Did your toast come out a little bit burnt? Horus sabotaged your toaster.
All right. All right.
Destroy it.
No way, dude. Horus,
Kill your toaster. Dude,
Horus
this
is a
slow,
villain.
Debilitating disease takes over the Blood Angels, and it gives them this angelic, vampire, and Catholic-inspired imagery. They have chalices of blood. They rest in coffins and can even use psychic powers to sprout angel wings from their bodies. They are a tragedy.
But that just
through
makes
and
them want
through, and
blood?
The only thing that will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in contact with.
Wow. Iron Hands. Didn't we already have an Iron faction?
The Iron Hands. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Ferrus Manus, a machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders. Single word, bionics. The Iron Hands are from the home planet of Medusa and their Primarch Ferrus
Medusa.
Manus. Does Ferrus Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand. The Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness. But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor more. They go hard into vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking sarcophagi that have wounded Space Marines piloting them from the inside. Vehicles, metal upgrades. These are the things that make up this legion. Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes. I mean, Marines are already normally pretty big assholes. I was gonna say, but they're
I feel like you say that. You say that for most legions, factions, whatever.
Civilians made of flesh. Because
the
flesh is weak. Flesh is corruptible. Bionics, the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be corrupted. So if you want people who have this little techno-fetishistic vibe to them, that love their vehicles and their walking coffins, hit up the Iron Hands.
Walking coffins.
Commander,
that is deep. That felt deep.
Never here.
11th Legion.
11.
Which is... Please stand by. What the heck? This never-ending story.
Touching grass. I know.
Something I don't do.
Pretty cool. With the grass touching. And now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
This ruffles my jammy.
World Eaters.
Okay, so
that is an insane name.
The World Eaters.
Yeah.
Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Angron, a butcher, a slaughterer.
Dude has anger in his name. Angron. Didn't we talk about him?
Anger. Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Yeah, wasn't he just so angry?
Fucking hate everything? Do you want to murder everything?
Yandere.
Think you're rewarded for doing so? Then you should join the World Eaters. Home planet of Nuceria and Primarch Angron.
Oh my god.
Who, if the name didn't suggest, is real fucking angry.
Yeah.
He was raised a slave, forced to fight in gladiator pits. When he refused,
oh my gosh,
they shoved old world tech into his brain so that if he ever felt any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain. All his sons, wanting to be like their dad, also put a version of these nails in their brains.
No!
So now you have an entire legion who literally feel unimaginable
just
pain
anger.
if they are feeling any emotion other than anger. Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and you can see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are, but they didn't start out that way. Their corn corruption degraded their intelligence, their free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned in the Space Wolves.
My question is, why would the kids want to be like their dad in that aspect?
They are angry, they want to kill things, they want to kill you, and maybe some of their friends. And that's the faction. They're red, they're mad, they're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that, you play the World Eaters. Or you like it because they were, you know.
So can Angron even like be like, you know, like if he's always angry, wouldn't he just always want to hurt people too? So like, how did his kids survive? Like being raised, maybe they weren't raised by him. I don't know.
Most of Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot better than that. That was when I was in college. I didn't finish college, and neither did Angron.
Fair.
Hey,
Ultramarines.
Caesar. It's not done by sunrise. I'll cut your balls off.
The Ultramarines. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. That's how it's said. An analyst, a diplomat, a Blueberry Boy Scout. Single word descriptor, duty. When you see Space Marines on a box, Space Marines in promotional material, notice how they are always colored blue. These are the blue Space Marines. These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the world of Macron with their Primarch, Rabute Gorilla Man. Ultramarines are the white bread of Space Marines, the grilled chicken with salt and pepper. And this is by no means an insult. They are plain Jane, but that's also because they are so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount, but
they're
so
like
is
the
their
classic
ability for leadership.
The one that everybody
Gilliman
knows.
For a while was a damn boring Primarch for all the reasons he was great, because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy. You don't win anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it, which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperial, named Ultramar, which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines, which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories is the weight of their egos. They are good at everything and bad at nothing. They are great at everything. Other legions can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything.
They're like all around.
The Ultramarines is their characters, as they
is
are
what I'm getting. Like what he's trying to say, I think.
Depression for many reasons.
They're not the best at one thing.
At the time of recording,
they just did good at everything.
Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the only one that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalist side. He took one look at what his empire has become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core with his sole responsibility to save it, is kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly standard legion with perfectly standard ideals.
So he didn't really want to be the leader?
And great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Stinky.
Death Guard.
Poop. Poop funny. Woo.
The Death Guard. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Mortarian. A Reaper, a Poison, an ungodly stench. Single word descriptor, rot. The Death
Are they
Guard
ruled
hail
under
from
that one god?
Barbaros.
I forgot his name. He's like the, kind of the fat one.
The 14th Legion were known for their incredible resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Where the Imperial Fists were defensive thanks to tactics and posturing, the Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot or a cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant.
Thanks.
Which was only confounded as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle, god of rot and decay. Now, the Death Guard are a Nurgle worshipping infected legion whose ability to feel pain and take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed, all while spreading rot and disease in the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the Death Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating disease to all around them. Why would a legion need to be anything more than very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking, firing out of both ends, and having their skin skin peel off just by their presence. Entire
is
worlds
vile,
infested
dude.
with a zombie rot, swarms of insects that eat flesh and metal alike,
Yeah.
all while the Legion advances
I don't think
slowly,
I'd want them. They
painfully,
look
allowing the
atrocious.
disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them.
them.
And look at Mortarian's
Ugh.
model, dude. The man is baller as fuck. A
Okay. Forget what I just said about maybe not wanting that. That is pretty cool.
gigantic moth with a
But
gigantic scythe.
they just
Come
look
on
so
now.
vile, man.
The Death Guard.
For my next trick!
1,000 Suns.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The Thousand Sons. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red.
Ooh, he's
a
pretty cool.
scholar, a sorcerer, a fucking nerd. Single word descriptor, magic. The Thousand
Magic.
Sons hail from their homeworld of Prospera.
Love to see it. It hasn't
with
been too
their
much
Primarch
magic so
Magnus
far.
The Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions. The Thousand Sons are disciples of Tzeentch, the Changer of Ways. Heavily inspired by their Egyptian theming, the Legion themselves are slaves to the god of trickery and change. Most of them no longer even having a physical form. Reduced
Really?
to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The Thousand Sons do not deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he is very sympathetic.
Magnus did
mainly
nothing
because
wrong.
The Space Wolves and Leman
There's so many communities that do that. So for them, it's Magnus. For frickin' Berserk, it's Griffith. For World of Warcraft, it's Garrosh did nothing wrong. There's so many communities that have their person who clearly did shit wrong.
Escaping only
They
through
always say
the assistance
they
of
didn't.
the Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some
Yeah.
Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere, and potent spells to be cast at their foes. Whether these are
Gotcha.
bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself, opening up portals to unreality, or changing the very fabric of the universe. The Thousand Sons sorcery knows no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them, combined with a tragic backstory and a Primarch who, like Mortarian, looks fucking baller,
Yeah.
the Thousand Sons
That's
are
a cool
for
piece
you.
right there.
Fucking asshole! There's
Sons of Horus.
Sore loser. You're a cheater. My dad works at Nintendo.
The Sons
My
of
dad works at
Horus,
Nintendo.
or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion.
Yeah.
Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Horus, a warlord, a treasured friend, or the traitor himself. Single word descriptor,
Oh,
assault.
yeah.
The Sons of Horus
My stupid self was like, Horus sounds so familiar. He's the dude that like lives in all those
are the
angry people's
former
minds, right?
name
Or
of
no,
Horus's
the
Legion,
vampires.
and from the world of Chthonium. The Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops. The
Gotcha.
strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the
Horus
White
gives
Curse may
people
favor
PTSD,
speed for their
dog.
strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if the Sons of Horus met the Imperial fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity. However,
Wow.
the Sons of Horus are no longer because,
Why?
well,
Because of Horus? Oh.
they are now instead the Black Legion, led
Whoa.
by Abaddon the Despoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines. but
Horus's
for
son had to
chaos.
take
Your
over?
standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting in all different kinds of avenues. Anyone can become a member of the Black Legion. Anyone can swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favored by not just one, but all 4 gods equally. Their famous
Really?
line, "Let the galaxy burn,"
That's actually a cool
is
legion
the best
then.
way to describe them. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. So long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job. They are a legion
Okay.
formed from hatred and spite, with a clear goal in mind.
Wouldn't
As
that mean the
dark
gods want them
are
gone
calling,
too?
And the Black Legion are sure to answer.
Hello.
That's
Do you
dope.
have a moment to talk about our
World barriers?
No.
The Wordbearers. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian, a preacher, a fanatic, a choir boy.
A
Single word
baldy.
descriptor, zeal. If the Black Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, then the Wordbearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis.
Don't worry, it's still there.
Originally
JK blew up,
obsessed
damn.
with worshiping the Emperor of Mankind as a god, they found that despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship because,
why is that?
you know, he raised their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like,
That's
could you imagine if
pretty
God
bad.
actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid, it just destroyed the whole thing? Like, what would that do to your head? But
Yeah,
there are gods
that'd be
that
pretty
want
bad.
worship and will reward those who do. The Wordbearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods.
All
they
of them.
specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome demons to their bodies to fight as one. They exalt the dark gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world
Wow.
of 40K, Satan doesn't just call you
Let's
back.
summon demons.
He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the
Hell
world
yeah.
of 40K, your rituals will end with genuine results.
Really?
The Wordbearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded.
That's actually
they use
fire.
it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions.
Yeah.
They bring forth the power
They're
of
like
the
Loki, the
neverborn,
spiritual
damned,
squad.
and those that hide in the dark to bear against the Imperium. Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the
Smug
truth he
smile.
always knew. The existence of gods and the importance of faith is a reality. It is a tool he is using to rend the galaxy.
Dear Sir,
That's pretty dope.
Madam,
Salamanders.
Fire! Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me.
The Salamanders. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan. A
Vulcan.
Forge Master.
Vulcan looked like a
behemoth,
Marvel
A
villain.
very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, fire. The Salamanders hail from
Fuego.
Nocturne, a volcanic planet home to their Primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the Space Marines, not due to numbers, but rather size. Vulcan, he is an
They're just
enormous
big as
slab
shit.
of beef.
They're units.
By far the
Dang.
largest of all the Primarchs. However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders have the juxtaposition of looking frightening, being larger than other Marines, while also boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing red eyes, while
That could be pretty
simultaneously
scary.
carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average
Red
civilian
eyes,
might
man.
be spooked, but in reality, they are by far the kindest of all the legions to those civilians. Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium is to, at the end of the day, I mean, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the Salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them, often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and
like that.
blacksmiths, maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a Space Marine. They care, which is the funny part, because the 7.5-foot tall giant with flaming red eyes just reduced a traitor to
are the
bubbling
nicest
metal
people.
says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hand." If you enjoy fire,
That is pretty
melting
funny.
things, and being the nicer of the Marines, Salamanders are for you.
I don't know if that's what I would prefer, because that might be a little less fun of gameplay, but you know, or not gameplay, but like, Who knows?
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
I'm still here, even though I know he's talking about tabletop. I'm still here
Loyalist,
thinking
Primarch,
about what they would be like in a
Horus,
game.
Korax, a raven, a
In the video game.
an industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor, stealth. The Raven Guard are the
Hold up. I actually think I missed that. The Raven Guard.
Sneak attack!
Sneak attack!
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The
Raven Guard.
Allegiance.
This should be pretty
Loyalist,
cool.
Primarch, Corvus, Korax, a raven, a shadow, an industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor.
Can't go wrong with
stealth.
ravens.
The Raven Guard are
Stealth.
the final loyalist
That
legion
makes sense.
at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch, Corvus, Korax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are stealth specialists and proficient in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy.
Yeah.
They are named after,
You could
of
say
course,
that.
the raven and embody the entire concept of it as a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand. It's not easy being a stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor, but they find a way. That more than anything should not be
Damn,
used
it's
to
a
show how
1
ridiculous
ton?
40K is, even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there. And also, if you want, you know, edgelord Marines with a long black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere, if you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard are for you.
Right. Alpha Legion, 20th Legion. Isn't there only 20? So this is the last one? Alphas.
What? It was obvious.
The Alphas are last.
Legion. Allegiance? Heretic.
Bro is trolling.
Primarch, Alfarius, and Omegon. Saboteurs,
Omega.
Destabilizers, they're in your walls. Single word
God.
descriptor, espionage. Finally,
Espionage.
the 20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon. The only Legion to have 2 Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are heretical, we think, and specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra, because when you cut off one head, 2 more take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head.
Oh, damn, he got the tat.
To be Alfarius. All are liars. They make the
Really?
largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine factions because it's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
Poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses.
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their enemies, the Alpha Legion prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you can imagine from a hardcore spy movie or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only an honor, being Alfarius is a requirement. There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking
that is cold.
Reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking political assassination and impersonation, everything. They are Space Marines in name only.
I forget what that's called.
Stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact, the Alpha Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You.
Because I kind of forget like what it was, but like a long time ago, like I completely forget, but like these people were pretending to be like the son of somebody in a country. I learned about it in my history class. But like they just kept, the fakes kept coming
in his Lord's glorious,
you know,
army.
and none of them got away with it.
Everyone so much for watching.
That's the end of the
this
video.
I hope
I'm gonna cut him off on his outro because you know I don't gotta see it. We don't, you know, we'll be back, Bricky. We got more, guys. Leave me down below some more Bricky videos to watch, because even if you've already recommended on another video, just leave it on this video again, because it just gives me a fresh reminder. And make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon. This was really cool, giving me some more lore. I need to get it out of my mind that this is a tabletop game, as like, you know, that's kind of what he's talking about. But for some reason, whenever he's talking about them, I envision how they would play in the game, like the video game. Because I watched some trailers of it and stuff like that, and I was like, oh wow, this game looks really good. I was getting myself hyped up for a game. Then I learned it was tabletop. Then I searched up the tabletop stuff, and I got hyped about that too. And I was like, oh shoot, they're both really cool. So you know, I need to really remember that the tabletop is what he's specifically talking about. So yeah, I'll have to work on that. But I think it's just because I watched this 2-hour video, and that was what was on my mind. So it's kind of stuck in there. But I gotta blank it out. So yeah, if you watched this far, hey guys, comment, like, and subscribe. If you want, check out the Patreon down below to support. It's much appreciated. And hey, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.